Hello, this is Distracted Lord and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, and today I'm going to be talking about a few of the things that this game doesn't have quite right. Now, a lot of this game is very good and I very much enjoy it, but there are some things it doesn't do quite right, and most of that is down to the portrayal of Britain. So, we're going to start off with roads. Now, you might look at this, and if you live in America, you might think, oh, this is just a normal road. In Britain, we don't call this a normal road, we would call this a ridiculously wide road. And that is what I'm going to call it, because this road is really wide. Like, I could fit two cars next to each other without crossing any white lines. Also, this road here is very straight. This bit down here is just very straight, and we don't really have straight roads in this country. We do have the ones built on Roman roads, but this is not straight for quite long enough to be one of those. At least the road signs are mostly accurate, and apparently the lag is getting in. Thank you, lag, for helping the gameplay. Not entirely sure whether there's a random sign here. It looks like an old-fashioned sign that has a thing to Mudkicker's Adventure Park on it. That seems accurate, because I have a feeling Mudkicker's Adventure Park most definitely existed 100 or so years ago when they built that sign. But if we just hop down here, there's a dirt road with a 40 speed limit. Now, if I just think of all the dirt roads around me that I know of, I'm having a little trouble. I don't know of any dirt roads. We have farm tracks and they lead to farmhouses and to fields. We don't have just public dirt roads, let alone with 40 speed limits. But just over here, there's the motorway. It is a motorway. It's got very wide lanes, of course, but at least the sign's the correct colour and we have a hard shoulder. Although I don't know why there are streetlights all the way down it, because that's not what we do. But if we just have a look on the map, there's some junctions. So that's a bridge. But this kind of junction, nah, we don't have any of those. This kind of junction, no. Roundabouts on them? No, we don't really put roundabouts on motorways either. What we tend to do is have one roundabout on either side, and the slip roads go to the roundabout, and then there's a bridge across from the roundabout to the roundabout, and the road's coming off. So that's wrong as well. How wonderful. So all the roads are wrong. Another thing this game does wrong is the traffic cars. So I have myself here a nice little traffic jam, and we have VW Bora V6. I mean, I've seen a few Boras, not that many really, and not V6 versions, and then it's just some random Mercedes AMG thing. Don't see that many AMGs around. Then there's X5M. Yes, I know of some X5s. I don't know of any X5M. Stop running away, you stupid no, I'm not pressing buttons, by the way. The camera's just decided it's gonna leave. Hang on. But where are all the other cars? The road's empty, other than these 4 cars I have stopped here. Which, I can tell you, is wrong. Why build a motorway if you're going to have 4 cars on it? There's such little traffic, and a lot of it is wrong. Or things that you don't see much of. I was going to make some nice point about how number plates are all wrong, and they've all disappeared. So let me find some. I found a Mazda. Sure, we have some of those. And apparently the camera's go this way. Right. So there's a Mazda thing, I can't remember what it is. Yeah, we see those. Oh look, it's a Mini Cooper. No, never seen one of those on the road. Ever. Because strong winds take extra care. That's not the sort of thing you put on a sign. Oh yeah, can we just look at this sign for a moment? So that's not entirely how the sign's supposed to be used. It's supposed to be for like roadworks. And this box here at this side, yeah, you don't write the text going into it. That's not how that works. That you put the speed limit goes in there. You see, there's just some things about this game where you can clearly tell that the people who made them haven't lived in Britain for any time of their lives. Because otherwise they would just know that these things are wrong. I just need to find another car so I can find them, so I can peer at their number plate. Because on British number plates, you may or may not know, they are structured where they go letter, letter, number, number, letter, letter, letter. So if we just stop here and we look at your number plate, hang on, let's just stop a bit closer and crash into you because hitboxes. Your number plate says, if I can get the camera to point in the right angle, H192 SAM. Sure. So the first two letters are always representative of the place that the car was made. Then the two numbers are then the year that it was made. And the numbers 0 to 49 would be the first half of those years, and then 50 to 100 would be minus 50, it's the second half of those years. So, like, the first half of 2002 would be 02, the second half of 2002 would be 52. And so, currently in 2021, it would be 71. And, you're such a clever AI! You're like, oh no, you haven't moved in a while, maybe I should try driving into you. So, what this number plate here is saying is that this car was made in... Whoa. No, whoa. I am just being bullied here. But 94 means that this car is in fact made in 2044. Somehow I slightly doubt the accuracy of that statement. Right, let's just look at another car. Next. Your number plate says 13. That's possible. Go. Next. You stop. Oh, it's a Land Rover. It's an old Land Rover Defender with a 2020 plate. That's wrong. They don't make those Land Rovers in 2020. You're a Mini Cooper. You're certainly not made in the year zero. No, not zero. In 2000. You're potentially possible. I don't know the years the Mazda was made in. Just go. Get on with it. So slow. That's another Mazda. I'm now just doing check. A lot of the number plates are... Someone worked out how they're structured and then just shoved in a bunch of random stuff without actually paying attention to how it makes sense. I'm pretty sure that car was blue, then it became white. Why are there so many Mini Coopers? There's such a limited selection of traffic, and it's limited to such an incorrect selection of traffic. And occasionally you see Ford Fiestas driving around. That's something that you probably should see, because the Ford Fiesta is a very common car in this country. Apparently the world has given up. Please come back, world. You see these nice terrace houses. They don't look out of place in the middle of a city. But there's 4 houses in the middle of nowhere, by the side of a lake. No, that is not where these kind of houses should be put. These houses should be in the outskirts of Edinburgh, not just in the middle of the countryside. Those houses are wrong. Those houses shouldn't be there. Also, there's a whole load of random old barns lying around. Not quite sure why, we do have newer barns, but apparently not in this game. There's a whole, just like a million cottages, and for no good reason. For some reason, there's an abandoned rail yard with trains in it, and sure there is some abandoned train stuff lying around the countryside, but not quite like this. It's just a bunch of random heaps with fences and tyre bundles and lights. Why are the lights still on? If it's abandoned, as it clearly is, why are all the lights still on? It should be very dark. And why are there traffic cones about? And why are there a bunch of old trains lying around? And if it's a rail yard, why have you got passenger stations? Ugh. It's not a train station, it's called the rail yard. That implies there is goods being delivered here, not passengers. So why is there all these passenger platforms? The only road in and out of this as well is a tiny little dirt track over here, which is weird. Like, this is the road in and out of your rail yard, which is... I don't understand it. Edinburgh isn't too bad, other than the fact that it's absolutely tiny and there's about no traffic. Now, I'm not an expert on Edinburgh, but I do know some very basic stuff about it, and I can tell you that on the map there is some accuracy. There is sort of the old bits of Edinburgh over here, and then there is Edinburgh Newtown. That is a thing, and they do have these sort of parks in it, and that's all very nice. And then there's this weird bits that you can't go into, and it's very annoying. I want to drive around in these roads, but apparently that's not an option. But this Edinburgh isn't actually too bad. The roads should be busy. It's the middle of a city. There should be loads of people driving around all the time. Not no people at all. Oh, it's a Fox. It's a VW Fox. I don't know of any of those. Oh, it's another Fox that changed colour. I love it when the cars do that. It's so amazing. So the roads are all wrong, the traffic's all wrong, and a lot of the world itself is wrong. But other than that, it's a brilliant game. Unless you're trying to do it as a Britain simulator, in which case it's an absolute failure. So thank you for watching. Don't get distracted. Go subscribe now and make sure the notification bell is on. But until next time. Ow, I slammed into a building. Why is this indestructible? Goodbye.